Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ysn Power Hour, powered by our friends at Toyota of Warren. DJ Yoakley here with you. We got a great show for you today. 5 separate interviews. We start in Camel and we end up in Canfield. And we have a huge workday here at YSN. We're getting a lot of content up on the website. So make sure if you're looking for anything, make sure you go to ysnlive.com for that content. We are uploading, and writing like you wouldn't believe. So big content day here on this Thursday. So we just want you to sit back, enjoy these 5 interviews on the YSN Power Hour. Again, starting in Camel and finishing off in Canfield. If you're wondering why, you can probably hear my voice is shot. You'll hear it on the Canfield interviews. So we're going to give it a rest and just let the fingers do the work today here on the website. So we'll be back tomorrow, of course, the Super Show, and then we have right before the show ends today, we will have our Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark. But for now, let's get to Camel and Matt Maher with some special guests.
Good evening and welcome to Tavern 26, the host of the Camel Memorial Red Devils Show. I'm here with Keyshawn Spires. Keyshawn, thank you so much for joining me this week. Pleasure to have you right here sitting next to me. So obviously last week it didn't go the way you wanted against Springfield. A very disappointing outcome for you guys, I'm sure. But there's also a lot of positives that I could at least take away. When I was watching the game, when I was calling it here from that game, what did you see out there from you and your teammates that you liked?
We got a couple picks. We could have did a little better. We just messed up a lot, so I'm going to say. I don't know. We expected them to be worse than they were, and that we didn't come out on top that we should have.
So you underestimated your opponent. Yeah, it's never a recipe for success right there. So you got to make sure you keep yourself humble as well. It's a little bit of advice. I'm sure your coaches have been drilling that home for you guys in practice as well. Other than that, what do you think that you can do to improve for this big game against Western Reserve on Friday?
I really don't know.
Leave it to the coach?
Yeah.
You'll just do whatever he says.
Probably one big thing that happened at Springfield, our line messed up a little bit. We standing up too tall and then just getting right under us. So that's probably a big thing right there.
So just work on that line. All right. Hey, that's not a bad thing right there. And just be able to admit that too and improve, that's fine. That's fine here. You guys are going to be perfect going on this week, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
So I was told this was your first year playing football here for the Red Devils.
Well, I played when I was younger, but I stopped playing freshman year, and I came back senior year.
So were you on the varsity team your freshman year?
No, I didn't.
So this is your first time playing varsity ball. That's what I was trying to get out there.
Yeah.
That's all good. Either way, hey, you played ball either way, one way or another. So what made you want to sign back up then here if you did play initially, then decided, not for me, and then you decided again, maybe it is?
Well, I quit playing because I started working a summer job.
Okay.
But I didn't end up working it this summer, and I always loved football,
So you had some time?
Yeah.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not a bad excuse at all, and work is important. I get that. I worked in high school as well. I had a job, and I have some opinions on that, but that's not for right now. So anyways.
I got a year job around now. So
there you go. Yeah, work's important. Got to get out there. Yeah. So I was told that you dedicate a lot of time to becoming better at your position, which a lot of football players do, obviously, if you want to be successful here, especially in a very stacked Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference, and that you've added even more depth to this team. What are you doing to be the guy that Coach King notices and decides, I'm going to start him this week over anybody else?
Well, I work hard at practice every day, even if you don't feel like it.
Just work hard?
Yeah.
Nothing more to it?
Yeah, you got to practice a lot too. Like a little bit of time. Well, they started me at kicker, so I practice before practice every day because I get out of school early. But other than that, if you want the position, you got to play for it.
And you know what? You bring up the kicker position here. I was told, and this is a cool stat. I wasn't expecting that, seeing your positions here, but you lead the team in points because you made a field goal, or rather not a field goal, but a point PAT, so point after a touchdown against Lowellville 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
That's so cool. What does that mean to you?
It feels great. I was nervous for my first game, and I didn't know how I was going to do. Yeah, but I made the first one, missed the second two, but
it
I was
happens. It's
just
your
nervous.
first game, right?
Yeah,
first game in that position? Yeah, that's not bad at all, but you made it.
Good, though.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. He had a lot of high praise. Your coach, that being, as he should be able to share this with me, that obviously leading the team with all your points against Lowellville. Told me what that was about. Would you consider going for it again here? Obviously, at kicking, if you're practicing, I would assume you would here.
Oh,
But
yeah.
even more points on the board for you, your team, and of course, just yourself here, be able to just have that really cool, like, hey, I lead the team in points.
Oh, yes, sir. I was nervous. I feel good now. I practice every day. So, yeah, I feel like I do good, way better.
So, you practice every day. What exactly are you focusing on in practice there? I'm just kind of curious.
Just finding the right spot to kick it. I know the two that I did miss, I noticed I kicked it with my toe instead of the side of my foot like I should. So, I do like warm-ups where I just walk up to the ball and kick it not hard, just like trying to find the placement. So, yeah.
And how about elsewhere on the field, too? Because I know that you're not just on the special teams, just kicking the ball either.
No, I am.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
I see. He told me you were in some other positions. I think he got you mixed up with somebody else.
No, I do play. I'm a backup center, and I play tackle.
There we go.
Yeah, and then hopefully this week I have to play D tackle.
So just kind of moving all around right there, just being that guy for your team. Hey, that's what a lot of you guys are doing, and it's just whoever steps up first, next man up.
Yep.
Hey, that's not a bad attitude to have right there for a high school team, especially one that's got such a young core. Just being there, being a senior, just being that presence, that's awesome. Do you play any other sports for Camel?
Oh, yes, I play baseball.
Baseball, all right, I love that. I love baseball. What position do you play?
So last year they moved me to first base.
Okay.
Still kind of not too good at it, but before that I just played. I was left and right outfield.
All right, so playing the outfield, moving infield, and that can be always a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
Those balls come at you a lot quicker when you're at first base rather than you're in center field.
It wasn't really that. It was just sometimes it bounces. I'm not used to it bouncing.
I got you.
Yeah. I got used to the it going faster really quick. Yeah.
Just an adjustment right there. That's all right. But, hey, we're going to see you out there this season. You're going to be looking just like Josh Naylor out there at first base. You're going to be leading them to a World Series somehow. I don't even know how you'll find your way in there, but there you go. You're going to be in October baseball too.
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, we normally have friends, family who come here for these shows, but they weren't able to make it here for you, unfortunately, and your team is either.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just curious, would you like to give a shout out to any friends, family here who just mean a lot to you throughout this season?
Coach King.
Coach King?
Yeah, he inspires me a lot. Most of the players actually do. Whenever I'm down or when I miss the field goals, they picked me up. It was good. I was mad at myself for doing it, but yeah.
All right, that's great though to have those teammates right there that have your back. Doesn't matter, and just trying to be that positive source for you, just to be able to not be too hard on yourself. So would you consider this being a little bit more of like a family for you right here, or like your second family, if anything?
Yes, sir.
Your football family, you love these guys are your brothers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So just moving on here with all this here, who would you say has been your biggest source of support here? Not just period, not just this season, not just in football, but overall.
Probably my mom. My mom, she's always been there for me. Wasn't really. I'm close with my dad, but he always lived far. So he just recently moved back up to Youngstown. So I'm still very close with my dad, but probably my mom.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Family's still important either way. It's great to hear that you have a good relationship with him as well. So, that's still important. That's awesome to hear. Who would you say is your role model? Who's that person that you say, you know what, I look up to this person. I want to be just like them?
My dad.
It's your dad?
Yeah, it's my dad all the way.
So biggest source of support, mom, biggest role model, dad. Hey, both parents right there, just being right there. I love to hear that.
Yes,
I'm sure they're going to love to hear that too. All right, so kind of switching here and moving over off that topic. Just going back over here, who's your favorite professional athlete? Any sport, doesn't matter.
Ellie De La Cruz. He plays baseball.
Yeah, you're going with that baseball star right there. All right, that's Cincinnati, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know there's a couple cruises out there, so I just want to double check and make sure here. I'm a Cleveland fan. I should know this too. Come on, Ohio Cup. I should know this, but it's all right here. But yeah, so are you a Reds fan or are you just a fan of De La Cruz?
Him.
Just him?
I don't really have a set team. I watch it to watch it because I love baseball.
Hey, that's not a bad way to do it here. Yeah, no, baseball's fun and watching professional. You're going to have fun this October then if you don't have an allegiance. You're just going to be watching and just saying, all right, let's go whoever win that World Series.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're here at Tavern 26. Great food, great environment, good times. Obviously, they let us come in here and do this show. I'm curious, you got the menu right in front of you here. What would you say is your favorite item on the menu?
Well, I've only been here one time other than this.
So what'd you have then?
I had a burger and fries, which was
that
really good. They have great burgers.
What'd you put on it?
I think I took a regular burger, cheese, mustard, mayo.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go basic, just see if you like that first off. All right, so if you look through the menu here real quick, if you want to eyeball, what stands out the most? What do you say, all right, this is what I'm going to try for sure next time?
I want to try their wings.
I've heard some great things about them.
Wings.
Any way that you'd like to get your wings done? Any special sauces? Bone in, bone out?
Bone in all the way.
Bone in all the way.
Yeah, barbecue.
So you're not a big fan of the hot right there? You like to keep it pretty mild?
I mean, no, I do. Like, when I go to, like, the Wingstop, I get mango habanero. It's pretty hot.
All right, so
But
you
it's
go for
sweet.
something hot here, too, if you wanted to as well. So, all right. Are there any sauces on here that maybe stand out to you saying, all right? There's a lot of options, aren't there?
Honey garlic.
Honey garlic?
Hot honey garlic.
Hot honey garlic. All right, there you go.
sounds
So
good.
giving yourself a little bit of spice, testing your limit right there. Hey, I like that right there. You got to go hot here. Get a little side of ranch or blue cheese or something just to dip it in, but all right. Yeah, that's perfect right there. That sounds great. All right, so wings, chicken, we got burger. All right, man after my heart. All right, I love that. All right, well, hey, that's going to do it here, though, for your interview for this segment. Thank you so much here to Keyshawn Spires for joining, and thank you so much to Tavern 26 for hosting us. Always a great time here every week. We're right here at Tavern 26 in the corner. Come over and watch if you want to, and, of course, if not, well, we've got it right here on YSN. And also on YSN, we'll have your guys' game against Western Reserve on Friday night under the lights, a home game. Can't wait to be on the call for you guys. Can't wait to see how you do and how you improve against Springfield. It's going to be a blast.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again, Keyshawn, for joining me. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, good luck again.
Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Tavern 26, the host of the Camel Memorial Red Devil Show. I'm Matt Marr, being joined this time by Jameer Newell. Jameer, thank you so much for joining me on the show this week. Now, obviously, we're just going to go ahead and get this one right out of the way here. Last week's game, it wasn't the way that you guys wanted it to go against Springfield, but there were still a lot of positives there that I saw out of you guys. What did you see, and how did you play as well last week's game, and what do you think that you guys can improve on for next week against Western Reserve?
I feel like our defense, like that's our key. Our defense, our linebackers are doing good. I mean, our defensive ends, we're doing good, and our O-line, that's what we need to work on.
Is there anything in particular there that you're thinking that maybe you guys could work on here as well?
I feel like our DBs could like man some more. I feel like our line can like most definitely get off them blocks and like most definitely cause a pass rush and get to the quarterback. And yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, you got to work on everything here. Obviously, Western Reserve is a big dog right there, one of the better teams. I think they're ranked in the state, too, so obviously none of that matters here. What matters is what happens out there on the field, the day of the game, how you guys play and how you guys come up against this. But obviously that's there, I'm sure, in the back of your guys' mind, but it's another football game day, I'm sure, as well. So a little bit of an interesting story here that I was told here by your coach for a little bit of prep. You weren't the biggest football guy here, and I was told that you came on over the summer and decided to play varsity football for your first time here, and you're a junior, an upperclassman, so this is your first time playing high school football, and you got on the varsity team. So, I mean, can you just tell me about that whole experience, being able to join the team and then being told, hey, you're good enough to join us out there on Friday nights?
Yeah, I feel like it was a big thing for me. I feel like I put in hard work at practice. I feel like coach was looking at me. He seen I was improving my skills. He feel like I had a chance up there with the varsity players.
So what got you interested here in joining football, especially so late here in your high school career?
Man, it was football. I always watched football, but, like, I always came late. So I feel like this year I want to take advantage of this year. I want to put 100% of my effort into this year.
100% of your effort there. You know, and obviously there's a lot of motivation here too. I mean, could you just tell us here about just what keeps you motivated and to just keep on playing and keep on learning as well more about the sport? You know, again, it's your first time, so yeah, you know the X's and O's maybe a little bit from watching it, but there's also a lot more that goes into it now that I'm sure you've learned here in practice and obviously in the game playing it yourself.
Yeah, I really do it for my son because I'm a young father, so like I do it for my son. I want to do it for my grandma. I feel like football is something for me. Like, it's for me.
It's all for you right there. Hey, that's not a bad person to be playing for. Obviously, you're doing it. You're having fun out there, and you're making an impact for your team, and we can see it every Friday night. So keep up the great work. It's been fun watching you here.
Thank you.
Your coach has been talking about how you play at such a high level and you bring such a high level of toughness and speed at the defensive end position here. And he's been extremely proud of how you've grown and how you've developed here as a player, as a man, everything. Can you talk a little bit more about not only what these comments mean to you here coming from your coach, that's high praise there, but also just more about that toughness here and how you would describe that?
I feel like in my opinion, I feel like I put everything I got onto the field. Like all that frustration I built up, I just put it on the field. Like all my anger is just going on the field. So yeah,
So a little bit of a place maybe for you to vent here about just life. Obviously, comes at you really quickly, so it could just be a
yeah,
nice little place for you to, a little therapeutic, if you will.
yes
You know,
sir,
football can just be that way for you to meditate and just get into it.
yes sir.
So, just curious here. You play football. It's your first time here doing that. Do you play any other sports?
Basketball actually, I will be playing this season. I will be playing this season. Watch out,
Watch out. All right, what position are we watching out for?
power forward.
So you're getting that ball and you're hungry. You're shooting three-pointers. You're going for the layups too if you can.
Giannis.
Anything?
Giannis, I'm out there like Giannis.
So you like to go a little more finesse there and nothing just like to the book, but you want to be that guy who just shows off and razzles and dazzles everybody.
Yeah.
Gets that crowd up there, pumped up,
Yeah.
be that guy. That's awesome right there. Hey, can't wait to see that here coming up soon. But, of course, we got football to worry about first off.
Yeah,
You guys are still playing there in a very tough Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference. Out of those two sports then, or out of any sport period, what would be your favorite? Not just to
Football.
play, but just
Football, most definitely. I feel like football, when I was little, I would be in the backyard, football. I didn't want to do nothing else but football. Like, it got to the point where I just wanted to just play football. I didn't want to do nothing else. Like, but I was, like, just so tangled into doing other things. I just
got you,
didn't
yeah.
put all my mind into football. But now I'm starting to take it serious. And I should have took it serious a long time ago.
well, hey, we can tell that you're doing it now, and again, your coach can too. Just again, getting this high praise, high remarks, joining here late here, but still better late than never, and obviously making an impact. Big reason why your team has found success this year, and why you guys are going to find success on Friday night, I'm sure, against the Blue Devils. So, I'd like to talk here some more general questions about your family here. I mean, would you like to give any shout-outs to anybody in particular who's been there for you?
My grandma for sure. My auntie Lay, my Uncle Booch, yeah, Uncle Juan, my dad. Them people that's in my circle. Like, I keep my circle very small, so them people, I shout out them people right there. And
Yeah.
then Yanni, that's our kicker, one of my friends, very close friends.
Obviously, those people are very close there. Yeah, tighten it right there. Keep it small. That's not a bad thing at all here. Who would you say has been your biggest source of support?
Like on the team period?
Just
or
in general, family, anybody. It could be anybody.
I feel like Coach King and Coach Venable and Coach Rail. I feel like them ones, every time I mess up or make a mistake, they don't make fun of me and making that mistake. It's okay, just learn from your mistake. So I feel like them people is the ones that got me like this for real.
I mean, that's great to hear right there, having them being a positive support there for you, a nice system there when you're out there on the field and just be able to help you as well. Who would you say is your role model? I know that's a little similar there to source of support, but who do you look up to the most? It could be a bit of a tough question, huh? So many people.
You
You can say multiple, too, if you need to.
I don't know. I don't really look up to nobody. I'm really my own self for real. Like,
So it's really just you here. Like,
Yeah.
you're a self-made man, and you look up to yourself. So would you say that's accurate then?
yeah.
So would you say here that Jameer Newell is your role model?
Yes.
That's not a bad thing to have right there. Again, if you're that confident in yourself, yeah, go for it, man. That's awesome.
Most definitely.
Some one of the more unique answers we've gotten too as well. So that's not bad too. So continuing to separate yourself there and being an individual, I love that. Who is your favorite professional athlete?
Professional athlete.
Any sport, doesn't matter.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick
course.
Mahomes, all right.
Of course.
Got a lot of Kansas City fans here on your team. Pardon me, I didn't mean to misspeak there. I wasn't trying to project anything there. I don't have a horse in the race in the NFL. But, yeah, got a lot of fans there for the Chiefs. It's cool right there. Do you have anybody that you like to talk to about pro football there, about Mahomes or that team in general on this team? Or
So I be talking stuff to my boy Caden Thomas. He a Cowboys fan. You know, they just lost recently. So I be making fun of him, but I don't really talk football on the team for real. I really be to myself for real. But like if somebody mentioned the Chiefs, I'm most definitely in the conversation.
So you insert yourself in when it interests you the most.
Yes.
So would you say that you like to just more be an introvert then?
Yeah, most definitely.
You just like to keep to yourself, and then when it pertains to you, then you insert yourself and say, hey, I'll be the most outspoken person here. I care about this topic.
Yes, yes.
That's not bad at all here. I was always the introvert in high school too, so hey, that's fine. Here I am now just yapping my mouth on in front of whoever watches this, but hey, that's fine. We all grow and mature in our own way. All right, so we're here at Tavern 26, the host of the Camel Memorial Red Devil Show. Some great food here on tap, on the menu. I got to ask you, because I've been asking everybody this question here for the past, well, are we going to week 6 now here? So 5 weeks now because we had last week off. What is your favorite item on this menu? You can take a look if you need to, if you're not too familiar with it. But
I won't believe I never ate here before. That's never here.
Then what looks the best to you right there?
A crispy chicken. I ain't gonna lie, I do like chicken sandwiches.
So a nice chicken sandwich there. All right.
Yeah, most definitely. I am a chicken sandwich guy.
What do you like to put on those kind of sandwiches?
I'm a basic guy. Ketchup. Well, sometimes if it's not ketchup, barbecue.
All right.
To lettuce, tomatoes.
That's not bad at all. That sounds really good. I believe they've got all that right there as options for you on the menu as well. So this place is the place for you, my friend. We've also got great wings here. Their special every Wednesday is chili dogs, 5 for $10. I'm not sure how big you are on those, but hey, you got options here. And if you come in on another day, they've got a big chalkboard over here to our left by the bar that you can always check out and read to see what's going on here, what the offers are, and what the great deals are. Great food, great times here at Tavern 26. Can't thank them enough for being the host here. And, Jameer, I can't thank you enough for joining me this week here at the table at Tavern 26 and talking about football, getting to know you a little bit better here. Can't wait to see you out there on the field against Western Reserve this Friday night. It's a home game. I'll be on the call there. Going to have a great time. Make sure you tune in then. If not, hey, we're happy that you were able to join us. Jameer, thank you again for joining me this week. Good luck.
For having me here.
And go Red Devils.
Go Red Devils.
Thanks so much.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Coach's Corner here from Coca's Pizza, and we are here with Joe Ignazio, the head ball coach of the Canfield Cardinals. Coach, tough week when you look at things on a grand scale of things, but still learning, still young. And you guys, I mean, we just talked to Carson, still believing. That's got to count for something.
Yeah, and our kids are tremendous. You know, a lot of this year is they're figuring me out. I'm figuring them out.
It's tough.
You know, they want to test the boundaries of what they think they can get away with, and you know, some guys have found out the hard way that I'm always firm and fair, but you know, things in the locker room and stuff like that I don't tolerate. But they always respond. Tough week because it's one of those classical letdowns after a big win.
Yeah.
And we saw it a little bit in Monday's practice. Didn't come out with good energy and kind of a lack of focus, and addressed it at the end of practice. You know, never take Cheney lightly. They got a ton of speed, and you know, Seth does a tremendous job there. And our guys just, I think, took their opponent a little too light, and you can't do it. Week in and week out is a grind for us, and they know that. So that's on me. I don't put that on their shoulders. We'll take care of things that we need to take care of, and we'll make adjustments and move on.
You talked about the challenges of coming off a big win, an emotional win. I mean, it's people compare that particular game, pulling Canfield, to Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, and they say, hey, if that's the only game we win, we're happy. That can't be the mentality that you carry, correct?
No, and we tell our kids, you know, you got to ride the highs and lows all the same. You got to kind of be even keel in this game, because if you get up too big and you think you're better than you are, then, you know, an opponent will come up and sneak up on you. And that's, I'm not saying that Cheney snuck up on us, but our kids weren't attention to detail like they should about a dangerous opponent, and it cost us. But we talk all the time about being 1-0 and never underestimate an opponent. And, you know, you've got to prepare every day, like Friday night. And I think that's the one thing our kids are still trying to work through. They think that, you know, that they can show up and things are going to be just the same every day. And if not, things get stagnant, and you got to work on little things we pick out in film and individually and things like that you can improve on every day.
forgive me because I don't know how to frame this question, but
Yeah.
it's easy to just let them experience this, right? But as a coach, you're in your first year, as you alluded to, from this standpoint. You don't want them to lose. You have to prepare them to be prepared to watch this happen. How do you be proactive? How do you coach with and also let them learn at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, you got to try to remain positive, and that gets tough sometimes when you've had a rough schedule like we've had and the results we've had on the road.
Yeah.
But we talk to our kids about paying attention to detail, having a maturation process through the whole thing. Kids are on their phones so often anymore, and I don't know that it's in a positive way toward the game. I think, all of our kids have the Huddle app. They can watch film. We tell them to pick and choose times, throughout their day that they can do that and on weekends and things like that. But coming off the win against Poland, we told them, these are things that you try to enjoy over the weekend, and then come Monday, you got to learn how to flip the page, and we just didn't do that.
You mentioned the Huddle app. I know that you can track hours and how long they watch that. I mean, how often do you pay attention to who's putting in the work in the film room, so to speak, and who's not?
Yeah, I mean, we address that all the time. I can look up every kid, and it has a countdown on the last time they logged in and the number of minutes that they've watched film. And a couple weeks ago, we had some starters and kids playing significant amount of time and not on at all. And that just proves to us that they're underestimating their opponent or they're overconfident in themselves. But learn how to become a student of the game, and that's the biggest thing. We're playing a lot of sophomores this year, which we haven't typically done in the past. And, what tends to happen in those situations is, kids see their buddies playing, and then they tend to get bitter instead of getting better. And, when we look and they're not on film, it's a telltale sign, because the biggest drawback to playing sophomores is the game's way faster. It's way more physical than they ever anticipated. Because prior to their sophomore year, they've competed individually in grade 7. They're by themselves in 8th and 9th. And then all of a sudden they get to varsity football, and they're 10, 11, and 12. And some of them think that they can keep doing the same thing that they've done throughout the years. And the knowledge of the game is so far beyond what they see in 7th through 9th grade that there's a big learning curve. And a lot of kids in the maturation process can't handle that mentally yet. There's a huge analytic part to the game anymore, and I don't know that they struggle mentally with that, but they just may not pay as much attention to it as they should. And the kids that do play, the kids that know what they're doing, are getting on the field, because we're certainly playing enough young kids, and we're not going to hold back from playing them. If they know what they're doing and they're going to give great effort, then they're going to play.
I mean, that's exciting to see that the young kids are excited to play, get in, and really start the next evolution of Canfield football. It has to start this week. I mean, you're back on the road, away from the nest again. You go to Dover. Will not be on YSN, unfortunately, so you guys are without the backing of our announcers. For you, this is not a scary Dover team. This is a tough Dover team. They always play tough. What do you have to look forward to for the Cardinals going into this Friday night?
Yeah, they're fundamentally sound. Their coach, Dan If, does a great job, and just storied program. It's a neat environment. They've moved the ball all year against their opponents, so they're dangerous offensively. And then they try to limit their opponents by forcing them to stay in long drives, which we've been able to do actually this year. It's just we end up shooting ourselves in the foot, whether it be a penalty or might be a route run wrong or a false start or things like that. So we've put together some good drives, and I don't have any doubt that we can move a ball against them. But got to play tremendously well defensively, and I thought we've done that really well at times, except for Olmsted. And again, Friday, the special teams phase cost us. We gave up a punt return for a touchdown, and before you know it, things kind of spiral out of control, and you're down 14-0. And then, you start working through a game plan that not necessarily that you didn't plan, but not so early. Got to throw the ball a little more that you want, and got to try to overcome that deficit, which kind of takes you out of your game plan. But it's all part of the game. You got to adjust.
Some coaches go in with 10 plays, 20 plays script on offense. Is that something you guys subscribe to, or do you kind of just go with the flow of the game?
Yeah, so we meet Saturdays and Sundays, and we'll put together a Google Sheets document of, our favorite formations and the run plays that we want to run and our pass plays, and we'll put together for every formation that we want to be in different personnel packages, and then we've got probably a play sheet that's anywhere from 60 to 80 plays, and then we kind of narrow that down come Monday. Monday's our offensive practice, and then I go through a checklist when it's in our group run. I check it off to make sure we've run it, if not once on Monday, at least 2 or 3 times by Thursday's walkthrough, and then we review on Thursday. But go through that checklist. We meet after practice every day and see what we did good, see what we did bad. What do you want to put in the game plan, see anything different, see what you want to take out that seemed like we're struggling with, and then by Friday you kind of have a game plan narrowed down.
Halftime adjustments, huge for every coach, seemingly. I mean, you hear broadcasters talk about it all the time at the college level, the NFL level. For you, how much goes into halftime adjustments? How much goes into just sticking to the plan that you had going into the ball game?
Yeah, it depends on, we have sideline huddle, so you got an iPad on the sideline, and you're constantly looking at things that throughout the game after every series on offense. I kind of have to be in tune with all 3 phases, and I'm on the headsets with those guys, looking for things. But halftime adjustments, we meet as a staff, and then the defense goes and talks, and they talk. And then as they're meeting, we talk offensively. And for us, it hasn't been that difficult to adjust. It's, we've shown that we've had some success. I mean, we came out Friday and we knock off a 15-yard run, an 8-yard run, a 6-yard run, and then all of a sudden we sputter and it's 0 or incomplete pass or false start or things like that. And, our game plan's been, sustain. We call it you versus you. Quit getting in your own dang way.
Yeah.
It's been our worst enemy all year because against every opponent other than Olmsted Falls, I felt, and whether I don't want to say contributed to that, but we've driven the ball successfully. We've held offenses and limited them at times. It's just we have not been able to put together a full 48-minute football game other than Poland and Mansfield yet. So until we continue to do that, we're going to struggle a little bit.
Let's take it off the field for our kind of off-the-wall question. Sure. It is fall, my friend. It doesn't feel like it quite yet, but it's going to very soon, I hear, according to our friends over Storm Tracker 21. Are you a fall guy? I mean, I know you love the season of football, obviously, but, am I going to see you carrying around a pumpkin spice latte? Or what's your favorite part of fall other than football?
I'll do a pumpkin spice here and there.
PSL, baby!
My wife does the K-Cups at home, and once in a while I'll swing by. Dunkin's gotten too sweet for me. I drink my coffee black.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah, so that changes my I have Italian dark roast. It's like a dark roast coffee that I love. That
shocker, Ignacio has Italian dark roast.
Yeah, but I love seasonal change.
Yeah.
One of the things that when I was going through college, that you eventually have to think of are, where do you want to live? Where, and obviously your profession kind of dictates that a little bit, but I always knew that growing up, I was on the water in the summer, skiing and fishing and wakeboarding and, doing things like that. But in the winter, love snowboarding and things like that. So, I knew that I wanted to stick around this area. A lot of kids I went to school with wanted to leave. I've always been a homebody. We're really close family. My wife and I both. She's got a big Greek family, and my family's always been close. And I had an opportunity as a young assistant to possibly head to Florida at one point, maybe with DJ Ogilvy. And my wife and I just sat back on a weekend, and my daughter was young at that time, and we just figured out the cost for us to go down there without family and things like that, and then have to get daycare and everything else. Really wasn't going to end up working out, so we stayed home, and this has always been home. So
overall, if you and your family are planning a nice fall day, and we know as a coach you don't get to do that very often, what does it look like to you?
Yeah, I'm in the football office, and my wife and kids are somewhere without me. Ever since they've been little, they've had a day where they go out, and they need that with mom sometimes, but White House Fruit Farms.
Oh, there you go.
And I just reap the benefits when I get home to eat the blueberry donuts.
Is that the go-to for you, the blueberry donut?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that and berry drizzled are my
Berry
two
drizzle.
favorite.
I'm gonna check
I
that
could go through half a gallon of milk and about 5 or 6 donuts easily.
Love it. Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck this week.
Yep,
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Canfield Player Profile Golf Style, and we're here with Nate Miller, who is a great golfer for the Canfield golf team. Coach said you're number 2 on the squad right now. I mean, competing. You're competing. Got number 1 in your sights. We just talked to Mickey Fairways, your best buddy. Talk to me about your excitement for him and what he's been able to do this past week.
Oh, God, he's been great. It's just so fun to see him play all the time, and him just shooting these low numbers. It's awesome. Like him it's just awesome.
You guys, I mean, you're inseparable, is what I've heard. So for him to do that and you to be the, really top-tier golfer, what does that mean to have a friend along the way the entire way?
It means a lot. He's always, like, there for me, and, like, we make each other better at what we do. Just pick each other up and help us improve.
Were you giving him a little bit of the nudge when you saw what he was doing?
No, I tried to leave him alone the best I could just to keep him locked in.
Kind of like a guy's throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game of baseball. You don't talk to him at all. You just leave him alone.
Yeah. Just let him do his thing.
Word on the street. Now, you heard the dad sledgehammer story about the Xbox. Word on the street is he sneaks over and plays a little Xbox at your place.
Yeah, PS5.
PS5. Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to cross those streams.
I used to be an Xbox guy, but I got PS5 now.
Then you saw the ways.
Yeah.
You got NCAA. Is that what I hear? Who's your squad?
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
It's
Out of
just-
the blue.
Yeah, I played. So me and him, we do like random teams.
Okay.
I just got him. I put in the second stringer, Giovanni McCoy, and he just
He's
lit
a
up
dog.
the field. Yeah,
He's a dog. Now, who usually wins between you two?
it's pretty split.
Really?
Yeah. Some days I'll win, some days he'll win.
Who's his squad?
Akron.
Akron. Oh, look at him shaking his head over there. Yeah, absolutely. He's loving it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you do on the course. Who got you into to golf?
Funny story. I didn't get into it till like the summer of my freshman year. So my dad always like tried to get me in the golf. I just never budged. But one day we're like down in like for like winter break in like Florida, and we're driving like through his neighborhood we're staying in, and we see a father, a mother, and like him with a stroller and like 3 kids. My dad points over. He says, "You see that? That's what you'll be doing if you don't play golf." So I'm like, you know what? I'm in. And ever since that day, I've just been grinding at it.
How challenging was it to start?
Oh God, I was terrible when I first started. It was awful. It was tough.
How did you stay with it?
Just the feeling of like getting better every time I went out just really kept me in it.
All right, we talked to Mickey. He's a short game guy. What's your game?
Ball striking, 100%. Like irons, driver. I'm just really consistent with that. That's really the big part about my game.
What's been the biggest challenge for you?
Putting. Definitely, yeah.
Even with the dough man over there,
I know,
he
yeah.
puts for dough. Why is it so challenging?
For me, it's just speed control. Like, my lines are fine. I have a tough time like hitting putts hard, like the right pace.
So is it the square putter, or you have the
I've used
flat putter?
I've switched with a lot of putters in my life. Right now, I have I forget what it's called, but it's like flat and it has like 2 like
yeah.
handles. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I can appreciate that. What kind of clubs are you swinging?
Mostly ping. I got a ping G430 driver, ping I530 irons. I got Vokey wedges and a ping putter.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
When you are, what's your favorite course?
Favorite course around here, or like
wherever.
Tippecanoe Country Club.
Tippecanoe.
And
all right.
Links at Firestone Farms.
Everybody loves the links.
We both work there. That's
Oh, you work there, so you
Yeah.
know Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, what is the most challenging course around here?
Probably Tippy or Avalon Lakes.
Those are the ones you've played in the super. What's challenging about them?
Tippy, I mean the greens are just lightning fast. It's always in good condition, and it's not like the shortest course of all time either.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you are you a go for it guy or are you a layup guy?
Depends how I feel. If I'm like feeling really, really good, I'll go for it. But most of the time, I'll just lay up and just give myself like a pitch shot in.
Are you a lead off guy or do you like go like if you're in a scramble, you like leading off or going fourth?
It depends. If I'm playing with Mick, I'll go first. But if I play with anyone else, normally I'll just
Go last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually guys that play golf on a golf team are going last in my scramble. What has golf taught you about life so far?
That's a good one. Just take things one step at a time. You can't like jump ahead. You just gotta like think about first like what's in front of you.
We talked about that a little bit earlier. Family wise, who's in your household? What do you got? And who's supporting you?
It's just my mom and my dad. I have no siblings.
You're the only child.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so naturally, Christmases are awesome for you,
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah.
What's the best Christmas present you can remember?
That I can remember. I'm a big nerd. I like computers and stuff. My first computer, it was like 5 years ago. It was the greatest gift I've ever gotten. It was awesome.
Did you like wig out or did you go nuts like
Oh
when you
yeah,
got it?
100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, what is the best gift you've ever given to somebody for Christmas? See, those are tough ones.
It is. Yeah.
That you
One
felt.
that comes off the top of my head, vacuum cleaner.
You get,
like-
oh gosh,
It's like a Dyson, one of those Dyson ones, those fancy ones.
the nice ones.
Yeah.
Who
For-
did that? I'm afraid. Who to go to?
My mom.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Give me some great traits about your mom and dad that you appreciate.
Oh, my dad. He's interesting. He just won't get off your case, and like, if you do something wrong, he'll tell you. He won't sugarcoat anything. Like if we're out practicing, I'm doing something wrong, he'll just flip out, and it's great. It really doesn't sugarcoat anything. So like, I don't know. I just feel like I learned better off of that.
That's good. What about
Yeah.
mom?
Mom, probably. My mom's just nice. She's just a nice person, you know. Like if I'm ever like feeling down, she'll be there, pick me up,
Love
get
it.
it going.
You always got to have somebody like that, right?
For sure.
Moms are good for that.
Yeah.
For you, what do you want to do when you get out of? I know you're only a junior. What
Yeah.
are you planning on doing?
Oh, you know, go to college, probably for like business or something. That's what my dad went for. That would be easy. I'd hope to play golf for college in the
Do you
future.
want to run a business?
No. Well, my dad does insurance right now,
Gotcha.
and he has a business degree, I guess. So, yeah, it would be easy to learn all that. You know, he could like teach me the ropes and stuff.
All
It'd
right.
just be a safe option for the future.
Tough question. Last question.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You prepared?
Mhm.
You can go anywhere in the world on vacation. Where are you going and what are you doing?
Well, anywhere in the world,
Yep. Doesn't cost you a dime.
Japan.
Why is that?
The nightlife there is awesome. I've
Yeah.
seen all about it. Their culture is sweet. Golf courses in the mountains would be awesome to play. That's one thing I'd do. I'd golf there.
Golf in Japan.
Yeah.
What are you eating in Japan? I heard their food's kind of weird.
Sushi, 100%.
Are you a sushi guy?
Yeah.
My
love
guy.
it. Hibachi, too.
Hibachi.
good
I
stuff.
love it.
Yeah.
Nate Miller, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. We'll see
Thank
you next
you.
time, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is the Canfield player profile. I'm losing my voice, DJ Oakley, and I'm joined by junior Mick Ambrose here, who has had a special week, very special year. And talking to your coach, you got a special nickname,
Yep.
Mickey Fairways. Talk to me about how you got that one.
It was my freshman year, and like I just hit the ball like really short, like probably like 200 yards at best, but I just kept it straight, and so I was able to score well, and everyone just called me Mickey Fairways, and so it just kind of stuck.
And the last time the coach was here, he told me that he was trying to push you, and all of a sudden you were trying to get a little extra juice on the ball,
Yeah.
and you went from Mickey Fairways to Mickey upset because you weren't hitting the fairways as much.
Yeah.
Did that help your game at all? Is trying to push yourself?
A little bit, but Yeah, I just kind of went back to just like swinging smooth, just keep the ball in front of you. Can't go wrong with that.
Well, obviously for you, it can't go wrong because you break a 30-year school record this week. Talk to me about the record that you broke and how you broke it.
It was unreal. Like I've never putted like that in my entire life. Like I made 9 birdies. It was unreal.
Everything was working.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is putting the most challenging part of your game?
I like putting.
You like putting?
Yeah, I live on a par 3, so I've been blessed with being able to go out there and chip and putt.
Yeah.
So I just kind of been like a strong suit of my game. Like 'cause I don't hit it very far. I had to be able to chip and putt well. So
When did you know the round was going to be your kind of oyster?
honestly, it was probably like around like 13. Like I shot 2 under on the front, but I was just like, just like par out and just like post a good score for the boys. And then I ended up birdieing like 10, and then I birdied 12, and I birdied 13. I'm like, oh my goodness, like what is going on? I ended up bogeying 14. I'm like, all right, just par out from here. Then I birdied 15, 16, and 17.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
You get to the end of the round, you look at your scorecard. I mean, did you know that it was a record, a school record?
No, I didn't. I was just like, honestly, when I walked off the course, I looked at my coach. I'm like, I've never been more thankful to be off a course in my life. Like, that was so nerve-wracking. I was just like, just don't blow it.
How has golf helped you in other aspects of your life?
It definitely makes you more personal. Like, you meet so many people, and, like, there's kids from, like, Cleveland that I talk to. Like, kids from Green, kids from Hoban. Like, I just know a lot of people, and it's just good to connect with people.
Do you talk about golf, or do you talk about other stuff?
Just, like, other things. Like, me and him go up there and play with some of these kids, like, during the summer. We play tournaments all around. So, it's just good to connect with people.
Who got you into the game of golf?
My grandpa and my dad.
And they were avid golfers, or they just kind of picked it up?
Yeah, well, like, they used to belong, like, to a country club up in Canton.
Yeah.
They don't anymore. My grandpa moved to where we are.
Yeah.
But they would just take me out there when I was young, and I would just swing, like, little plastic clubs.
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped, and I didn't play until I was 9. I went to this, like, camp, and they were like, you should keep playing. I'm like, all right, I guess I will.
So just like that, you kept playing.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite course around here?
The links at Firestone Farms is really good.
Yes, it
I
is.
like that course.
And they're a sponsor, by the way. Well done, Mickey Fairways. Do you have a course that challenges you more than others?
Squaw Creek.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. That back nine is just so brutal. Par 37. And if you can't hit a cut, you just can't do anything on that course.
You can go golf anywhere you want in the world. Where are you going?
I'd honestly probably go to Scotland and just have like a week-long trip and just go hit every single spot down there.
Crazy windy out there, too.
Yeah. It'd be a great test for your game.
How does do you obviously play a lot of golf? Do you watch a lot of golf, too?
I do. Although the PGA Tour this year, I didn't really watch that much because, like, they're so ridiculous nowadays. It's just, like, they shoot 30 under. It's like, I would just rather go play.
Who do you relate most to on the tour?
I don't know. Probably, like, Jordan Spieth because his short game's unreal.
Who do you want to be most like on the tour?
I mean, everyone would probably say Scotty Scheffler.
Everybody says Scotty.
Yeah, he's just a winner.
For you, let's talk about your family. You said your grandpa, your dad got you into the game of golf. Who's got you here for your character? Very well put together, young man, both on the camera and off the camera. For you, who's helped you become that person you are today?
Definitely my parents. I mean, they're really hard on me, but honestly, it helps in the long run because it kind of just makes me who I am.
Hard on you, like in the classroom or what?
Oh, just all over the place.
Okay.
Like, they're always grinding on me, trying to push me to be better. So.
What's a great trait from each one of your parents that you really appreciate?
Oh, my mom. Oh, she grinds on me, but that's probably it. Like, sometimes I get angry with her, but
yeah,
it's because she loves me so much and she pushes me so much.
What's the one thing that you admire about her trait?
Probably her work ethic. She
ethic?
works so hard. And just she kind of like she's the rock of our family. So.
What about Dad?
Oh, I love his competitive nature. Like me and him always go at it at the golf course. It's great.
Did he play sports in high school as well?
Yeah, he actually played football.
Did he really?
Yeah, for Canfield, but
got into golf.
Oh, he loves it now. He's addicted.
Do you play any other sports?
No, I used to, but not anymore. Yeah, I just focus on golf.
What would people be surprised to know what sport you're really good at?
Basketball.
You're good at hoops?
Yeah, I can shoot.
You can hit from deep?
Yeah.
Attaboy. All right.
Get me in the paint, I'm kind of just like worthless, but.
Well, you and me both.
Yeah.
Man. You and me both. We're in the land of the trees down there.
I'll just stand out there and shoot.
What is your favorite club in the bag?
Probably my 56 or my putter.
Really?
Yeah.
Putter. I mean, you're putting for dough.
Yeah.
That's going to help you out
Yeah.
with a lot of deals in the long run, buddy.
Yep.
Speaking of that, what do you want to do when you get older?
Thinking about maybe like coaching something, or just trying to make it in golf. Just see how far I can go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. What do you want to coach? You want to coach golf?
I was thinking like football or basketball. You know.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I
Attaboy.
love sports, and just might as well just give it a shot.
So you must be an avid sports junkie on
Oh,
Saturdays
yeah.
and Sundays.
Oh yeah, all day.
What's who you watching?
Watch Ohio State.
Buckeyes?
Love Ohio State.
All
love
right.
love the Browns. It's a shame.
Oh,
It's a shame they're
gosh.
tough to watch this year.
They are tough to watch.
Yeah. But,
What is your favorite thing to do outside of golf?
probably just hang out with friends. You know.
Shout out
Yeah.
for friends.
Right there.
Big Nate.
Mill. Yep.
For you, when you're, do you do video games or anything?
No, my dad actually broke my Xbox.
Broke it.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta tell this story.
All right, so I was sitting down there. I'd probably been playing for like 4 hours, which like normally they were like big stricklers on like hour to 2 hours a day, but it was raining outside. And then he told me to get off. I was stupid enough to say no, and he was like, "That's it," and just came downstairs and took it. I'm like, "What are you doing? No, give it back." And he's like, "Nah, it's gone." I'm like, "All right." It's honestly been probably better for me because it just keeps me out of the house. So.
Did he like throw it against the wall? What did he
Oh,
do?
he put a sledgehammer right through it.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, your dad's a legend.
Yeah.
Please don't do that to my Xbox, sir. When you think about brothers, sisters,
Yeah, I have a sister. She's
older, younger?
She's older. She's a sophomore at YSU right now.
No kidding. What's
Yeah.
she studying?
She's gonna go into education, just be a teacher.
Is she as good a golfer as you are?
She doesn't do sports.
She doesn't do sports at all.
No. I've never put a golf club in her hands. I might want to go try that.
Try it.
Yeah.
You guys could be quite the tandem.
Just be like swing.
Well,
Just
be careful she doesn't
yeah.
swing at you with that attitude.
Yeah.
My voice is shot, dude.
It's all
I
right.
apologize. So, when you're looking at things that you want to do, you said the rest of your life you want to chase golf.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to give up golf in order to chase a career, what would it be?
Probably coaching.
Coaching.
Yeah.
Full-time coach.
Yeah, I'd try that.
Was that college level?
I'd see how far I could go.
I love it.
Being like some like bottom tier like NFL like assistant to an assistant wouldn't be a bad gig either.
Dude, with that attitude, no, heck
Yeah.
no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You'd be living large,
Yep.
living large. Making fairways, joining us, Mick Ambrose. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you so
absolutely.
much. We'll be back with more right here from Cocos. It is the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Yep, we're on. Simple. It's very simple spark today. And it all boils down to just being able to be appreciative of what you do, where you're at, leadership, a couple different things. I had a couple calls today. Simply, it's easy to get wrapped up. Easy to get wrapped up in pointing fingers, looking at the guy at the top or the gal at the top and saying that they're a bad person or whatever, whether it be coaches or leaders on the team or leaders in your workplace or anything like that. Let me tell you, sometimes there's bad bosses, sometimes there's bad coaches, sometimes there's bad leaders, but usually those people are put there that get to those positions are there for a reason. They're there because they're successful. They're there because they can lead and they have led and shown signs of leadership along the way. Don't get into this collective of pointing a finger and trashing someone for something because you think that it's, cool to do. It's the easy thing to do to pick on somebody and to completely cut their legs out from under them. Listen, everybody's got bad days, but I can tell you that it's very lonely at the top. It's very challenging to be a leader nowadays because everybody's coming for you. So just remember who was there for you when times were good and when times were bad. And typically you're going to look around and those are going to be the people that are there for you. Everybody wants to make hay while the sun shines, but remember who was there for you when it was raining. So that's my spark. Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Visit them today on the web at DickeyElectric.com. That's the show. That's it. Super Show tomorrow, 3 to 4, right here on the network. We'll see you then. Get your picks ready. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of